Well, it's all about a film shooting in that location. So when a project is, like now I'm in New Mexico, and I love New Mexico, and there's a lot of work there. So when a project is coming to New Mexico, they need someone to cast the local actors there. And so now it's sort of about where do you live, that's where you cast. However, I do cast outside of New Mexico sometimes. I still cast in Texas. I did No Country for Old Men and True Grit for the Coen brothers, and so we did both the New Mexico casting and the Texas casting. I've done a little bit of casting in Louisiana. This year we did a TV pilot that was set in Las Vegas, Nevada, but shot in New Mexico. So we did the New Mexico casting and the Las Vegas casting. But basically it's about not casting the names that are in the show, but casting all the supporting actors. And I've seen that change in the last 5 or 10 years, where more and more they trust that location casting directors can find larger roles. I just finished a project, a sweet project with Judy Blume, based on a Judy Blume book called Tiger Eyes. And it ended up that we cast 4 out of the 7 leads locally, and the rest of the movie too. But you know, it's changing, where people are trusting more and more that location actors have some chops. I think it's a great idea to go to a regional market and build some credits, and I think you will have more opportunities, you'll have less competition, and how exciting it is for a producer to find a really good talent locally, because they save so much money, you know, and it's a lot about the money too. So, however, what I've noticed is that if you're a name actor, it's not so good to live in a location. You know, like there are some name actors who were series regulars on a show in New Mexico for 4 seasons and fell in love with New Mexico and decided to stay. And it's really hard for me to cast them in the size of roles that they're used to playing. You know, so still they have to travel to Los Angeles, and you know, so more of the leads are looked at first in Los Angeles, and sometimes we don't even have the opportunity to look locally, unless it's like a $3 million budget, and then they want to find as many people as they can locally. So, but if you're a name, I think it's better that you do keep your connection. I mean, if you're a name, you can live wherever you want to live, but you still need to go through a Los Angeles or New York talent agent and be seen, I think, in Los Angeles or New York. It's just my opinion, because we don't get the opportunity for those roles. But if you're starting out and you know, you really want to build some credits and you really want to get some serious work under your belt, go to New Mexico, go to Louisiana, go to Texas, go to the markets that are really now hot and getting a lot of work. You know, it's like, and did you see the Book of Eli? You know, we were able to cast a number of really great roles. And you know the guy who Denzel Washington cuts off his hand and blur, local. You know, and that actor had an opportunity that he may not have even had if it was cast in LA, because we would have had all these name actors up for that role. I mean, who doesn't want to play opposite Denzel Washington, right? But being locally cast, then he had more of an opportunity to get the woman who was in the shopping cart, who kind of attracted, you know, the people so that they could be killed by the hijackers. Local. You know, and she had more of an opportunity for that kind of role because she was local. I think it's all of it. You know, on Say No Country for Old Men, I'd never worked with Ellen Chenoweth before, and I don't know that I was her choice, her first choice, but I had done several projects with the producer who really championed me and wanted me, and now, of course, and then Ellen called me for True Grit. And once you start a relationship and you do a good job, I mean, if you do a funky job, they won't invite you back. But if you do a good job, then I think an LA casting director will really stick up for you and say, I want Jo Edna on my film because I know she'll do a good job. So it's a combination between that, between the producers, just your reputation, the work you've done before, and the film commissions do help, I think, somewhat too. I don't know that they can specifically recommend people, but they can certainly put you in the pool of these are the people that are the real professionals in town and that really do a good job.